Hey guys, welcome back to the Kool-Aid Podcast. Welcome back to Season 2, Episode 117. On today's episode, we're going to be giving you our post-match reaction to the Barcelona versus Osasuna game. And then, guys, bombshell of the news, bombazo. MATEU Alemany is leaving FC Barcelona in the summer. It's big and shocking news. The news was released just after the game finished. But guys, remember, I post a link on Twitter at Kool-Aid Podcast 10. If any of you guys ever want to join and just basically like discuss with us and join into the conversation, always feel free and welcome to. And I know when I started watching, like sports videos and everything, I wanted to hop on and just give my opinions because like some people did, they said some stuff that was incorrect or just some stuff that I just completely disagree. But let me introduce my co-host for today, Alex and Lauro.
Hey guys, how's it going?
What's up, boys?
All right, so
Mhm.
let's start with the match reaction, and then we'll go on to the Alemany situation. Now we got the win. It was a 1-0 win at home. Late Jordi Alba winner. Very good goal from Jordi Alba. But the performance it was a little bit shaky. I would say that first half was flat. Osasuna, they do go down a man as well again. Just like as the game against Real Betis, we go down a man, and Osasuna defends very deep. They defend on block and makes it very difficult for us, and we're trying to look for a goal. But we do create chances, just that we miss them. It's like clear cut chances, and we just fold. We can't be having that. But overall, we got the 3 points. And looking at the La Liga table, guys, guess what just happened right now? Guess what happened?
Went off.
We are 1 win off, and we get the La Liga title. As you can see right now, Real Madrid, they lost 2-0. It was far. Yeah, I wonder what's it called. Barcelona schedule. But they lost 2-0 away from home to Real Sociedad today, which means if you look at the standing, we are look at that huge point gap. We can basically seal that Liga title against Espanyol, which is a huge boost. The last time we won the Liga title was in 2019. It's going to be the 4 years since we won it. That's a very long time for a club like Barcelona, and so it's a much needed boost. But guys, your quick thoughts on the game. Oh, what did you make of the game? Do you guys like it? Talk to me.
Well, I mean, I like that we won, but the performance was just horrendous today. And when I said it was horrendous, I mean more in the offensive sense, right?
Yeah,
Chances that were put today,
we missed way too many
terrible miss
chances.
from Pedri in front of goal. And just, I mean, that's the first one I can think of right now. But we had so many clear chances and so many misses. I understand Osasuna. They sat down and just low blocked their way to the rest of the game after the red card. But still, come on, we were completely dominating them, but we didn't create um any significant difference between the teams because we were creating all these chances, but we weren't finishing any of them, right? So it was I thought it was a horrendous performance up top. Defensively, they didn't really do anything. Same with Ter Stegen. Like he made an important save towards the end of the game, but other than that, he didn't really do much all game, which was as expected. But again, something needs to be done because any other game against any other team, these many chances missed would have actually
But backfired like really heavily because Frankie De Jong missed like a clear cut chance.
for sure.
Lewandowski, Ansu Fati, the performance that Ansu Fati put in. Ansu Fati was dangerous. Like, he was dangerous. Gavi went off like around the 30th minute mark. He got injured. Small abductor pain. Hopefully it's nothing too serious. But
Either way, it's the end of the season, so even
Yeah.
if it were something more serious, he's got plenty of time to rest.
Yeah, he's got plenty of time to rest. But yeah, we missed way too many chances up front. We were wasteful, and it was a tough performance.
And to be honest, I think we got kind of lucky with the Jordi Alba goal. It was the first time
Mhm.
half I guess you could say half volley near post. I think it completely caught the goalkeeper
Yeah, it caught the
off
goalkeeper
guard.
completely off guard.
But I'll take it. It's a win. But again, we gotta put some of these away. We can't be missing chances like this. It was criminal today. I've never seen us. I don't think I've seen. Well, not maybe not never, but I haven't seen us miss these many chances in a while.
Look, I'll keep it simple. Your Diaba has that game once a season where he hits the banger of the season and seals the win. He got it done. This game was pretty ass in general for Barca's offense, but turn the page over. They'll look at this game back and see what they can work on offensively. Yes, there's still some offensive worries, but a win's a win. Move on. I mean, doesn't matter if it would have been a 1-0 win from an outer goal. You take the win, you win La Liga. I mean, we haven't won it yet, but it's gonna happen.
Yeah.
And nothing. Just, I mean, yeah, there's still some offensive worries and stuff like that, but I mean, you're the Abba Masterclass.
Yeah, yeah.
You get the win. Who gives a shit? They'll regroup and hopefully improve those offensive mistakes. But a win's a win. That's all you can ask for. I really don't care. And I think you had guessed 3-0, right?
I guess 3-0, yeah.
At
And
least
It would have been like 8-0.
we both get the clean sheet again. I guess
Yeah.
2-0, but
yeah. And then speaking on that clean sheet, Ter Stegen is only one clean sheet away from breaking the La Liga record, or I'm guessing tying it. It's something like that.
very doable.
Yeah, exactly. We have a lot of games left. Well, a lot. We have like what, 5 games left.
I think we can definitely get it.
Yeah, we he can definitely get it in those games. But this is how Barcelona lined up. Our strongest team, it's Xavi's usual starting 11. Unfortunately, Gabi did have to go off, and I thought the team as a whole, that first half was stale. Second half, we did pile on the pressure. We missed a lot of chances. We weren't effective. Usman Dembele, Ansu Fati, Ferran Torres, they all came in, added some more threat, as well as Jordi Alba, who got the match winner. Ter Stegen didn't really have to do a lot. I would say, it's not the best performance, but we move on. We got the victory. Real Madrid dropped points, and we are one win away from winning the La Liga title. It's as simple as that. But guys, now wait, but before we go on completely into Alemany situation, match rating and MVP.
I might have to give this match a flat 7. Yes, we won, but giving it any other than that is just ignoring the fact that we were completely terrible offensively today. So
Okay,
I'll leave it at that. But yeah, man of the match. I probably give it to probably Pedri. I know he had a terrible miss, but he was creating some chances today.
I'll keep it simple. Final 10 minutes. I mean, first of all, man of the match, 6.5.
6.5. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, I'll give it a 7 because we won.
Okay.
Maybe a 7. Man of the match with Diaba. I don't give a shit. I don't give a shit about who made the right passes in the right spaces.
Yeah.
Diaba got the goal. The goalie, lucky goal or not, I don't give a shit. He scored in minute 85, I think, 85. So I mean, huge at home. That stadium erupted. So I'll keep it simple with the man of the match.
Okay. Man of the match, Jordi Alba. Just he got the goal. But props to Frankie De Jong. He gave the assist. He gave the header pass to Jordi Alba. And that was key. I thought Frankie De Jong was very good. He was creating a lot of chances. He was getting very good spaces. I thought he had a good performance. And the match rating, you guys basically said 6.5. It wasn't the best. 7 with the win. But we move on. And now moving on to our next topic. MATEU Alemany leaves FC Barcelona. Let me pull up the basically the club statement. But what do you guys make of MATEU Alemany leaving?
I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm completely terrified. I know he's received criticism in the past for not being 100% in favor of Messi coming back. But that's not something you can really blame him for. I mean, I feel like the overall feeling in the board is that yes, it'd be nice, but is it really practical? And those are valid questions to be asking. Messi is a great player. Obviously, we all love him. We know he's the greatest of all time, but he's not at a point in his career um, where he's a
Like it is like someone to build a project on.
well, not just that. I'm not saying he's a liability, but he's not the best asset, right? So to speak. And that's no disrespect to him. Again, I of all people, I'm one of the biggest fans, but it's a tricky situation, and I feel like it's not as easy as saying, yeah, bring him back, because what does it really mean for the team? Now, I think for the most part, you're adding a lot of creativity and a lot of offensive threat, but at the same time, you're bringing an aging player who's only gonna get worse, right? I mean, that's crazy saying that about Messi, but he's only gonna get worse, and he's gonna be a short term solution.
Yeah.
Either way, but at the same time, um, we've seen how important Alemany has been in the players that we've gotten, especially in the last transfer window. And I know it's not just him. Laporta obviously had a huge role to play, and people within the club that wanted to see, Xabi obviously, but a lot of good good members of the club financially and from the team that wanted to see the team flourish, and so they've pushed for those transfers. But again, we can't undermine Alemany's effort, and historically, he's done a lot for the club. So to be honest with you, I'm really terrified about it because I don't know what that means for the club. Um, I don't know what the right fit will be, and it's just hard because essentially Alemany's already like a founding member of this
This
last
board.
12 years, right? Let's say these last 12, 13 years, maybe a little more than that. He's been one of the founding members. So again, seeing him go is not a good sign for the club, in my opinion. And to be honest with you, I think this could have been done maybe later. I don't know. Is that the situation still really new? So we don't know all the details. And I was going through Twitter, through Instagram, and not a lot was said other than that, yeah, he's leaving. It's confirmed.
Mm-hmm.
So again, I've been kind of rambling, but it shows I'm very anxious about this, and we'll see now who we get. I will be really interested to see how the story develops further, and the more we get to know.
Yeah. As well, your thoughts?
No, I mean, yeah, how much you say? I completely agree with Alex. We'll see how much he's done for the club. I mean, I'm sure he has his points that might be correct in why he doesn't agree with the plan for next season. Um, we might agree with it later down the road, or we might not. Um, he's great at what he does. He's one of the best in the world.
Mm-hmm.
So he'll get he'll another big club will pick him up right away.
Yeah.
We're sure of it. But I mean, it is what it is. We turn the page.
Yeah.
You can't do much about it. I mean,
Yeah.
I feel like many of us will miss him. Not the impact of a player, but the impact of like a big front office guy.
Uh-huh.
But I mean, it is what it is. I mean, at least he did the right thing and left. If he didn't agree with the club, I mean, he
Yeah,
knows that
exactly.
he knows that he's not big on the club. No one is. So I mean,
Uh-huh.
yeah, it is what it
Yeah,
is.
but MATEU ALEMANY leaving is a huge blow to us because we have to remember he was
And look,
key.
and another thing. Here's something else.
What's up?
Alemany, yeah, we know that he's in charge of bringing in the players. And he's in charge of like of directing the deals and all this. We have to realize that football is the one sport in which, or it's one of the only sports in which the coach, like Xavi, has the say on who to bring in. We see in other sports the general managers like Alemany's role, they decide what to bring in. Xavi dictates what to bring in. So I mean, with Xavi at the head of the ship, I mean, we just need someone else half as decent as Alemany to get the job done, and we'll be good to go.
Yeah,
In
but
my
again, that's a problem that I tried highlighting at the beginning, is that how you have someone that you've been with
No,
in a core position for
I
so
agree with what
long.
you're gonna say. I agree with
It's
you.
not easy to find a good replacement, someone that
Yeah.
will do just that. But again, it's not a perfect situation. It's gonna take some time for us to really know what's going on.
Yeah, no, definitely. But reported right here by Barcelona Universal, it says that because Fabrizio Romano also reported on this. But Aston Villa, they basically, we all know the financial power that these Premier League teams have. And the offer that Aston Villa made for MATEU ALEMANY was an offer that Barcelona couldn't match. It was as simple as that, and not only that, but as both of you guys have said, there were disagreements between the sporting board and the staff, the sporting staff, and so with FFP, with those disagreements, it was very hard to make a competitive team, with FFP and everything, and MATEU ALEMANY going to Aston Villa with basically unlimited reign, unlimited power. It was very easy for him to make a decision. But then again, he was in charge. He was vital last summer for bringing in those transfers, because remember, a lot of people took Barcelona like, hey, there's no way that you guys are going to be able to make these deals, and somehow we got them done. And look what we are now. We're top of the league. We're in a much better spot. He was vital in the reconstruction and the restructuring of Barcelona. And the one thing that we have to do, we have to make sure that we get someone competent, because signings are vital. The sporting staff, the direction, and the planning of a club is so vital nowadays. It's just, you need good transfers coming in. You need to build a strong squad to be able to compete. If you don't have a strong squad, you won't be able to compete. And this news of him departing the club is just a massive blow. I recently saw that they're looking for a replacement. Let me see if I can find it right now.
Yo, unlimited budget. That's big for Aston Villa. They're really going all. They're going all in.
I mean, yeah. Like remember, Chelsea just spent 600 million, because we also have to remember, Barcelona is not like a state-owned club or anything like that. They don't have owners. Barcelona is like fan-owned, and so because of that, we only have the money that we generate.
Yeah.
We don't have an owner to just like pump us with money. We aren't like this clubs. But the good news is the silver lining with the departure of MATEU ALEMANY is that he will complete the summer transfer window. That's a good thing. So after the summer transfer window ends, he will depart. But until then, he's going to be working with us to basically like finish everything. And I would say that's the only good news first.
No, like I feel like this will be the biggest summer transfer window in years for Barca. Like this would be like the final step to get us to back to being one of the top teams in Europe, as in terms of like the UPO and outside competition. So I mean, having one of the greatest it's called general managers of the in the world to help finish it off, whether or not he agrees with what the moves he has to make, it is good. I mean, thankfully it's no like immediate leave that he's going to take. So.
Look, all I want to say is great business by Aston Villa. It's a team that's growing in the Premier League. I mean, they obviously have history, not to take away from them, but they're a team that has a lot of potential. We see it this season with Unai Emery. He's brought them up completely in the table after they were in the relegation zone with Steven Gerrard. And, I understand the purchase. I would have done the same thing. Now, like you said, Alvaro, Barca needs to settle down and find someone that's going to be able to give him a good transfer window, because we're at a point that we've reached a milestone, right? In a new era, right? So you're coming from now winning significant trophies in over 3-4 years, because I'm not going to count, what do you call this? Supercopa España a major trophy. But I'll only consider Europe and the league as major trophies. You haven't won a major trophy. You haven't won the league in over 4 years, and you haven't won the Champions League in over 7.
Yeah.
Right? So you're coming back from that. You're having a rebuild. You've let go of a lot of older players, a lot of players that weren't doing it for you. So now you're creating a new squad. And you see this with all the new faces we have, Gavi, Pedri, De Jong. I mean, new faces, right? Like younger players.
Yeah.
Dembele. And you're creating a solid squad, especially on the defense with Christensen, Araujo, Valde, Conde. So now that you're creating the new squad, you got to consider, hey, we're already at a big milestone, which is we've won the league, we've won a domestic trophy. What's the next step? The next step, well, obviously, it's winning Europe, right? Winning something in Europe, and of course, that's every club's biggest aspiration in
Yeah.
Europe to win the Champions League or the Europa or the UEFA Conference. But it's we obviously know it's not as easy as that. Excuse me. Um. So of course, the way you get to that is you gotta create a solid squad. Not only it's not about having the best starting 11. It's about having the best 22, the best 22 man.
It's depth because like the season's long. You need a deep squad.
Well, I don't know if it's 22. I made that number up. I just thought of
Like,
211.
yeah, exactly. Like
It's about
the
it's
squad's like 26, but
yeah,
like
it's not about the 11. It's about the 20 something players you have in your squad. Now you see this the most powerful teams, the most dominant teams. Obviously, they're not all the same like this ranges, but they all have deep benches. Look at Manchester City. We've been over this insane bench. Real Madrid have a decent bench as well. Bayern, PSG. Well, not so much PSG, but Bayern. You name it. The top European clubs that are always competing, they usually have the best benches. And why? Because it removes pressure from injury, from from underperforming because players can underperform at different times, and you prevent that by giving them rest, right? Well, that's a way of preventing it. And again, you're making your players more comfortable, and you're creating a more dangerous team. We saw throughout the season injuries in specific positions killed us. I want to say the worst one that we saw was probably the absence of Pedri and Dembele at the same time. I thought that was horrendous. I mean, yes, we had terrible moments where our defense was killing
and
us,
then
especially in the
in
Champions
October,
League.
yeah, in October, when
So right,
everyone was
so
injured.
that's probably the most significant moment. But I was thinking in more recent times. So we
Okay.
see at different times in the season that when you have a position that's affected and you don't have good direct replacements, you suffer. And no
Yeah.
offense to Eric Garcia or to Marcos Alonso, who they've done what they've been asked. They've tried their best, obviously, but they haven't been suited for the job. They haven't gotten the results we need. So again, you need to develop a deeper squad in order to get to that new stage, which is to win Europe. And I honestly think it can. I really do think it's a year away. I think next year we can win the Champions League. I think this year we could have won it as well. Just bad circumstances and the team just played poorly.
Hmm.
It's as easy as that. But I really do think it's a year away. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it's 3. Maybe it's 4. Maybe it's 5. Let's hope not. But I think it's a season away, and I just think in order to get to that point, we need to have someone who is willing, like you both said, to invest in the squad and to give us the players we need. And I know we could get that from Alemany. Now, whoever's coming next, can we get that from them? And that's of course a big question. But obviously, it's a shocking piece of information. Someone who's been very loved at the club for many years, very respected, and it's really a shame to see him go. But of course, I think no, obviously the club wishes him the best, and so do we. But yeah, guys, that's that's our 2 cent on
Yeah.
the whole
Hmm.
Alemany situation and the match reaction, which not the best, but we did get the win, so that's what matters.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, guys, let us know what you guys thought in the comment. Um, it's not the best moment to be a Barca fan. Yes, we're about to win the league, but this is significant information, and we don't want to plateau. We don't want to be Manchester City who win the league every season, but they don't do anything else outside of Europe. Now they might prove me wrong this season, but we'll see. We want to do more, and whoever comes now, we need them to take us there.
Yeah, it's as you said. It was a poor performance. Well, poor. I would say flat
A
performance
mediocre,
again.
mediocre
Yeah,
performance.
a mediocre game against performance. Um, but guys, remember I posted a link on Twitter at Kool-Aid Podcast 10. If any of you guys ever want to join into the hangout, basically give your discussions, your thoughts, just click on that link. Remember also to follow us on our social media platforms. It's the same username at Kool-Aid Podcast 10. Um, always feel free to join. But always remember, guys,